Welcome to the Alyssa Joe Show. I'm Alyssa Urnalist. Last week, we got to see Kluster Chuck's amazing performance of Watermelon Sugar. I got a chance to sit and talk with them after the performance. So let's take a look at what they have to say. All right, you can come on in and sit down.
All right. Am I sitting over here, Miss Alyssa?
Yes, right here.
Right here. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Holding my head up. But go on and ask your questions, young lady.
It's my understanding that you only play acoustic guitar?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I only play acoustic guitar. It's a beautiful instrument. I love the sound of it. It's all you need are the notes, the sounds, the wood. It's natural. It's the way guitar should be. It's the way it should be played. All this electronics and all this fancy stuff they got going on, it ain't necessary. It just ain't necessary. I mean, take Brad for an instance. That Brad.
Yeah, Uncle Charlie. I mean, he thinks I use too many effects and all this stuff. Technology and all, it's moving along. It's getting older. I mean, he's old. He's old, right? I mean, he never really liked me that much anyway, even as a kid. I mean, your uncle is supposed to love you, right? But, it's fine. I get enough love. I definitely get enough love. So, I mean, he can play and all. He can play. But, I just think it's too much for him. I mean, he's limited. Let's just be real. He's kind of limited.
Limited? Brad said that.
He said you have trouble keeping up with the times, so you keep it simple to not get confused.
Like I said, it don't take all that.
Okay, so what about Shadow?
Shadow. Shadow is a very talented individual. Interesting, but very talented.
Shadow? What shadow? I mean, whose shadow are we talking about?
Uncle Charlie doesn't talk to Shadow or go anywhere near him. I think it's a religious thing. I believe Shadow does magic. Shadow. To be honest, sometimes he's like the only person I can get along with. I mean, he gets me, and I get him.
You get him? So, Mr. Shadow, it would seem you can play a number of instruments? Yeah, so how did you learn? Were you self-taught? Born like? What exactly does that mean?
I've been trying to find out his secret for the longest. I mean, he's always in the dark, doing all kinds of things, and I'm trying to see what he's doing. And I ask him about it, I mean, me and Shadow, we cool. But every time I ask him, he just says, I was born this way. I don't know what that means. Yes, so Shadow is adopted, and
That's all I'm prepared to discuss today.
Well, I definitely want to hear more about him in the future.
I don't know where him came from. I have nothing to say about him, and I don't go anywhere near him.
Okay, moving on. So it's my understanding that you're all related.
Yes, my Uncle Charlie. That's my mom's brother.
Brad is my cousin on my father's side. My father and his mother are siblings, along with Uncle Charlie, of course.
Adopted.
Well, that's about all I need for today. Why don't we end with your take on Watermelon Sugar? Just kind of play around the chords to the songs, freestyle a little bit.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see here. Bones creature.
I am so excited about being your guide on this journey. You don't want to miss any of this, so you don't miss a moment. Click the subscribe button right here. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Alyssa Joe Show. I'm Alyssa Urnalist, and I'll see you next week.